Alright. So let's get this audio stuff set up. I'm going to reduce the decibels that I speak so it's not as loud. Alright, game music. We'll start with some Twin Daisy Farms, if I could only see the titles. There it is.
I need a learn, slow, so get the LARP updated once.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to adjust that. Do it at the end of the stream. I don't care. Okay, welcome everybody to Harper and Lyre's development. This is the first Twitch log that we're going to be running. It's a dev log in a way, but it's also a Twitch log at the same time. I have here one of the other developers with me, so we're both live in chat right now as you speak. This is George. He's the lead artist. He does 99% of all our graphics. Dude's a freaking legend. He's a beast. If you ever need any advice for Blender, he's your guy. So I guess we'll go ahead and he also does our music too. That's another really cool thing that he does. So I'll just close that window because I don't need that playing in the background. I'm currently playing, what is it called? Let me copy and paste this and send this to you. That's for you, Dirty, whenever you need to, if you want to, whenever, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure you set it to like, volume 01%. Like, literally do not have audio playing. But make sure you can't mute it, otherwise I don't get ad revenue. Blah 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 blah. I feel like that's silly. Whatever. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. So the first thing we're gonna go over is level development for the tutorial. We have done significant changes here. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna have to go back into Harper real quick and adjust this code a little bit. We don't need visual things appearing hidden in the game, along with most of the other interaction through heads. Okay, so the 1.018 update is pretty big. We have a significant amount of resources plugged into this update. Harper got a complete rework for our little swimming system. So Harper, whenever jumping in the water, he should now. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so that the shadow I'll work on that and I'll get that fixed up. The shadow should go away, but now the Harper is supposed to. Okay, I've broken the game. I forgot I was tweaking with his tweaking with his code for the swim system, and I didn't change it back. Whoopsies. Okay, let's see. What's going on? Oh yeah, that's fine. That's me. Okay, so we gotta get our swim trace. I know that I have to get the forward vector at the swim trace. And we have to rework it a little bit because the issue right now is I kind of broke it in a way I didn't need to. So let's see. We gotta get the world location of this, blah 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 blah. Why does that break, actually? I guess the swim trace would be the capsule component. We need the swim traces data, not the capsule component. Whoops. I think that's why it's breaking. I think the movement needs to be readjusted. Oh no, it was this. This is the little doodad that I accidentally broke. It's not this. Let's see here. We have to get this to a certain point, or I could just erase it and be lazy. We need to go back to our swim graph here. I feel like if I launch the character, I want to linear interpolate it to a certain location. But I need to make it so that I can go to one point to another. 1.32, which is the total length of the entire thing here. I'm gonna put this over here and readjust our swimming graph lines and all that stuff here. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me today. We're gonna just kind of go over a little. We'll just go over a little bit of the content that we have planned, prepped, and kind of ready to roll here. So I'll remove all this extra stuff. So in the beginning of Harper and Lyre, you start off with the tutorial, which is where you interact with Hugo. I'm gonna have to adjust that. Anyway, you interact with Hugo here. As soon as you interact with Hugo for the first time, you'll jump over the mound over here, and you'll see that you got to go through the log to interact with Hugo once more, which will unlock your double jump, allowing you to jump to this button. The next thing, you'll unlock your attacking, which allows you to kick in the air. It also allows you to It also allows you to break this crate, which is blocking this button right now. And this right here, this will give you access to your crouching and your back flipping, which we did rework that, so that should be working now. So we have cash. That's something that you give to Bubba B. So then you'll continue up the path. It is at this point right here where you will learn to swim from Hugo. He will teach you how to swim. It's very simple controls. Just jump in the water, and you press B, and that's it. And then you press A to move forward, and you'll start swimming. And then after you've unlocked the button, which is in that cave, which is in this cave right here, you know what? I am gonna make it so you can come out of this, Georgie. I'm gonna make it so you can come out of this little waterfall here if you go up to the one thing. I think that'd be a pretty cool Easter egg, just because it would be silly.
Well, if you hide something there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Anyway, once you've gone up through that or back out, you'll proceed through the gate into the first area, which is the grasslands. Where's my butterflies? Hide. So when you first initially go through the grasslands, you'll start here. You'll explore through the grasslands. It's a little area. Then you press this button initially, which will proceed to unlock the token pad out of the ground for you. You'll roam around looking for the twisted token in this area, and then you'll be able to go back up around here if you need to, or you can go back up around through here. You'll proceed through the puzzle. You'll unlock this puzzle, and don't worry about the Great Bird's tree right now. It's not currently built. It's not ready to go yet, so we'll let you know when it's ready to go. Probably by the time we're done with the what's it called? Once we start finishing up more content in game. We also have the entrance of the level for the first level, which is playable right now on the demo. There's a lot of bugs right now, so we're currently going through some reworks for some of the code. So you'll enter the level through the entrance right here. You'll start off by collecting notes, jelly jars, activating teleporters, going through and really exploring some of the beauty in the level. And then you'll be introduced to your first enemy, which is the Shrublin. He's right there. He's waiting for you. He's annoying. His goal is literally only to be annoying. So now I can traverse through the landscape with a what's it called? With the controller, but I don't really think I need to. It's unnecessary. We have over 18 worlds planned. There are a total of 200 notes per level. There are a total of 20 twisted tokens per level. I added this river down the middle of the level because I felt like the flare was kind of necessary because we really didn't have a lot of flare to the level. Yeah, wow, that really does its work. It's simple, but it just does really beautiful work on itself. So as you continue to traverse through the levels, you'll see that there are these hoops. These are part of the hoop minigame, which you run through the hoops, collect time, and continue to develop your ability to do things. Such as get through each and every level. This is where you would start that, of course. Just gotta make sure that's proper. Okay, that's about right. Then you could go around the level collecting twisted tokens, talking to Springo, even traversing up these very steep hills, which I see that. I see you. You're a bad vertice. I'm gonna get that vertice. I'm gonna get it. Is it crazy that the first thing I saw, like, you see this landscape right here? You don't see anything different, but then I see this right here. I see that super duper subtlety. It's crazy. I'm actually going insane because of this stuff. So we have our cherry tree, which the players can go up and interact with some of the content up here as well. We have the Jays, which are a representation of our dogs, Jenny, Juniper, and Jesse, who have passed away, unfortunately. But I just wanted to kind of get back to the kind hearts that they had, and really just give them something that for me to remind myself of them. Then we have the Cherry Lads here. We spent forever working on names for just about everything. We have monarch butterflies just about everywhere floating around the level. We have the Pocus token right here, which sounds really cool when you get it. So if I were to edit this and I were to actually let's just go browse the assay here and then go to our sound effects. So whenever the player picks up the Pocus token, it'll make sounds like, it'll make that sound specifically when you pick up the token, and it'll talk to you. And then it'll tell you that you need to go and bring a bunch of those to Pocus, which she transforms you, which you definitely will be able to go check that out if you simply go and look at our YouTube, which we have posted right now, all of the different content that is available for Harper and Lyre that's slowly being built up over time. And as we continue to develop Harper and Lyre, we'll continue to take in the viewpoint of every individual player, and really what is the funnest thing to do. We really want to provide the most extravagant experience for every player that plays Harper and Lyre, because I want to get back to the community like I was given the opportunity to play Banjo and Kazooie, which a majority of our game is actually pretty much inspired by. So that's why I really wanted to get back to the community like we've been given. So as we continue to traverse through the level, you'll find things such as talking gold. Gold is used to trade to Hugo, which will proceed to give you new moves, new abilities, and cool stuff altogether, like shooting shells and backflipping super high, and additional backflipping, because, trick flip is what we're calling it right now. Then we have the buggies, which you trade to Befweeble. Befweeble is the level that comes between the destroyed Twiggy Town and the grasslands. It's called the Pobellum Woods. Now, the Pobellum Woods hosts Befweeble's brewery. Bleh. Befweeble, Journey, does Befweeble like tea or booze more?
People?
Yeah, is he a tea or a boozer? I think tea would be better.
I thought he was more of
Like a root beer?
I don't know. He just likes his club and flies and stuff like that. That's pretty much what he is.
Yeah. That's good, that's good. Okay.
He's a toad.
He's a French toad. Oh, Francis. Anyway, then moving on, we have Fazuzels, which was absolutely one of the coolest names I've ever heard of. Still, which was really nice. Now, when you collect the Fazuzels will proceed to fly around the player, and then they shrink down till they get really small, and then poof, a cloud of feathers is in their wake, which is really cool. And then we have our little buddy, Earl D. Fly. Now, Earl D. Fly is actually inspired by a housefly that we have in our truck outside. He's been stuck in our dashboard for years, and we always make the joke that he twitches or moves whenever we're driving. Absolutely hilarious. I love it. And then we also have what's it called? We have Cash, which is right here, which I've already showed you guys in the past. I'm going to go ahead and hop into media platforms here. And let me post this real quick here.
Not playing this out.
Okay, so there you go. So currently we're on the 1018 update log. So here's the shell basket. Currently I do need to make a change to it. I have to change the texture of the basket because the basket's the only issue right now. Then we have our little pest, the rootling. Now the rootling has actually got some pretty interesting story behind it. He's basically a little variation of Creakley, a derivative of Creakley, if I may. Creakley could touch log stems that were cut down, and they will turn into the rootlings. So that is how the rootlings came to be. They are the roots of evil, basically. And we have our little berry basket. This is Berry Bee Basket, I believe his name is, right? What is his name? It's Berry Bee Basket, or is it just Berry Basket?
I think it was Barry B.
Yeah, it's just Barry. Okay. Anyway, so as we continue to go through the level and development of the level, there's buttons around that really kind of show you what we've done, along with the ability to climb vines specifically as the monkey. And I have actually fixed the climbing issue that we were having. The climbing should no longer be an issue from here on out. But if we have any more issues, let me know. Feel free to always post bug reports inside of the bug reports channel. The bug reports channel should be available to the public right now. And if you need me to like hotfix something because it is broken beyond belief right now and it needs to be fixed right now, I don't know what really much I could do until the 1018 update is out because a lot of stuff has changed. So I'll try to do hot fixes as we continue to develop levels. You can jump in through Pocus's chimney, which is really cool, and there's winkles around the level, so you can enjoy and see them as you continue to traverse through the levels. We have the Mrs. Boots barn, and we have some we have the rootling back here. He's just prowling about around the grass, along with his click clack of buddies. Then you have the
Okay.
what's up?
Why don't you show gameplay? You're just zipping around. You gotta do more of the gameplay if you're showing a devlog, kind of.
Give me a second here. I have to pause the music. All right. So now, yeah, I guess you're right. I haven't done gameplay. So, as you can see, here's some of the gameplay. When the player. Okay, that doesn't work. Good. That shouldn't work. So when the player goes through the level, the player should be able to press the button. Buttons no longer lock you to the middle of the button now, like they initially did. So the buttons now proceed to do this. Did I lose you? No, I didn't lose you.
No.
Okay, just checking. So as you can see, there's the rootling right there. He's just sitting there prowling, waiting to get you. So you'll go over these mountains here. You know, really seeing the water here, it's kind of nice. So we can go through every portion of the level. I should have all the moves unlocked, so these should be unlocked. No, they're not. Okay. Is it? Please unlock it. Okay. No, I have to go unlock that. I'm not going to interact with anything right now because I don't know if they work and I don't want to get soft locked. But as players continue to play through the level, they can unlock cool stuff. Since Unreal doesn't have everything preload, all the shaders preloaded, it doesn't really like it whenever I do literally anything. I'd have to like package the game. So here's Sammy Breddington. You proceed to go to Sammy Breddington to trade him jelly, because what do you do with jelly? You need to let him put it all over his face because he's a weirdo. And I thought that was pretty funny. Good dialogue. So as you can see, when you collect resources, you'll see that the face pops in, and you can check out some of the cool stuff here. Awesome cool beans. And when you go through here, so it should do a twisted token. Here we go. Perfect. So this is Pocus's transforming token. I don't know if Fazuzels work. I think they're broken still, but let's check. Ah, yes. So, we decided that a cool thing to add to the Fazuzel was to add the Great Bird talking and to kind of give a description of really what the Fazuzel is about. And then we have our cash, the money. Now you take the cash and you bring that to Bubba B, as the money has said. But we'll get to Bubba B at some point in the future. For now, we're going to just continue to roll through the level. So when the player goes into the mine shaft area, ooh, spooky, I know, right? We can collect stuff like gold. Oh, the monkeys! Oh, interesting. Why are the monkeys running out? Okay. Oh, what? Okay, well, I think I figured out why the monkeys are always gone whenever I come in here. The monkeys just aren't working right. That's really, really weird. I've never seen the monkeys do that, actually. That's the first time I've seen them. That's why it was really weird when I first saw them initially. Anyway, players can go up the hill and traverse through the landscape of the crushes. These are the crushes, and you can traverse through them. They're pretty crazy. You got to be careful not to get squished here. They're pretty rabid little rocks. Anyway, as we continue to go up the hill, there's just some background stuff up there, and then you could go over here, up here. Player could jump across here. It's pretty tight, and then you can collect this twisted token. Players can do cool stuff like here we go. The ground pound was completely reworked. So as you can see, when the player ground pounds, it no longer is a gravity-based system. So now it actually works a lot better, which allows me to actually give a little more control to the setup here. As we continue to develop more about the game. Interesting. So you can get soft locked if I don't fix that. I'll have to fix that movement system there. So players can enter in through Ren's mountain base, which is where he mines stuff, ores. And then you could go down and you can see all the cool stuff down here. It's like all that stuff. You know, I'm not really good at describing. So in order to get that down, you'll just shoot this and you'll break that. I'll kind of roll into Mistside Castle a little bit here before I finish up now. So Mistside Castle was completely reworked. It's been just adjusted pretty significantly from what it was. So obviously this is all potential to change. We can swap anything if we need to. We have the ability to see all this stuff over here. The Pocus's house has been completely moved over. This has all been adjusted. It's been shrunk down and kind of really made so it's a little bit better for players to... I'm going to turn on some spooky music here. Let's see. Sounds. We need to turn this off. We need to go to music, and we need to do soundtracks. No, where is it? Game music. Here it is. So we'll put on... Huh. I don't have Mistside Castle songs, so we're just going to throw on... Befweeble. His theme, yeah. Anyway, so all the music that we currently have inside of Harper and Lyre is all been developed by yours truly, Georgie. He's an incredible person to work with. He does a really good job with what he does. As we continue to scroll through the level, you'll see some texture bugs and issues. And this is about the scale of Harper to the castle, as you can see. And then we've currently got a couple bits and bobs of the inside of the inside of this area built. I don't know, Jordy. That Pocus's theme is pretty poppin'. That's awesome. So as you scroll through and kind of you can kind of see the content inside of this area. It's just all this is potential for being reworked. It's already being adjusted currently. There's just a little bit of content here and there, and I kind of figured you might want to see a little bit, you know, little spoilers. And as we continue to go through here, wow. I don't know. I kind of want to just jam to his theme. While showing people content of the level. Jordan, I think you went a little crazy on Befueble's theme.
I went too crazy.
It's pretty wild, dude.
Well, that's why I had to change it, Dave, because it's too crazy.
Interesting. Interesting. I'll just have to readjust that. Yeah, dude, his theme is freaking crazy. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked by the by Befueble's theme. I'm not even showing content here. So there's more areas inside of here, which there's a lot of content that still is in development. As you can see, we've got so much planned that it's there's just so much. And then we have. I might actually have to open up the other Blender file. I'm gonna have to open up this Blender file real quick. Okay, so we have the 4.502. So currently Trip Trap Tomb is being reworked. I have to let it load here, but this is a little bit of a sneak peek at what we've got. I just kind of wanted to show off a little bit of the work that we've been working on together. Man, this takes forever to load. There we go.
Zach?
What's up, Z Kid? Give us just a second here, and we will be right with you. I am just finishing up today's stream. It's a bit laggy here. So, as you can see, we've got a lot of content still prepped and planned. And as we continue to develop the levels, we'll continue to increase the productivity that we push forward and really put out towards a lot of the in-game content. So we can walk around in our level a little bit to kind of just show off some of the content that we do have in here. And because of that, I want to make sure that Z-Kid, give me just like 5 minutes. Make sure you mute up for me. Just real quick. I'll be right with you. Yeah, I could hear the background sound that you got going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. You're all right. I'm not worried about it too much. I just don't want to. I just don't know what TV show you're watching, and I'm sad because I don't get to watch it with you. No. Anyway, like I said, we have a lot of content planned. Here's Trip Trap 2. You can see I'm working on the left side and Jordy's working on the right side. We both work on half of the level at a time, and it speeds up the productivity. We have a multi-user plugin which allows us to have more access to developing levels much quicker. This is Trip Trap Tomb in itself. We have, what is it still? We have Trip Trap Tomb, Mistside Castle, and Bamboo Heights prepped for generic levels. Or how do I want to put that? They're built, but they're not built. They're not available to play, but they are ready to like kind of move through and just shuffle through things. So to just start building up the content in the level. As for a bunch of the other levels, we don't really have them built out. I do have a couple that are kind of fleshed out a little bit. Like, let me see if I can pull up here. Firestone Mountain was completely reworked. I initially was running it as a large open, like, lava disaster zone, but it's been completely reworked by George. He's done a great job on the new level, so I'm not worried about it anymore. Western Cliffs also, I think this one's pretty fleshed out right now. I tried to put some representation of a lot of the games that I really love to play into the development of how I'm developing. Then we have Creakley's Bog, which is a level that is currently it's currently fleshed out somewhat, but it's not really ready for say. There's still a significant amount of work that needs to be run on it. Muncher's Mine, not even touched. Twin Daisy Farms, I haven't touched that one. That one is George. He's done a significantly great job. Trickeeks Park, unfortunately, is not something we've been touching. However, Bramblebush Beach, I put a little bit of effort into Bramblebush Beach to kind of flesh out some of the levels. So that's really nice. We have Project Orion, not fleshed out at all. We have Snowshow City, sort of fleshed out a little bit. I have a little bit of an idea of where I'm going with it, but I'm not like really prepared to fully push content into the level. As for Toxic Tower, I think that one is kind of like tweaked a little bit. This one is supposed to be a representation of some games that we've played in the past, Grunty's Industries mixed with a couple other games as well. It's a lot of work that needs to get done on this stuff. We have Dino Hatton, which is slightly fleshed out as well. There's a lot of content that still needs to go and a lot of effort that needs to be put into this level, but it's pretty fleshed out right now. We have Deep Dank Waters, which I don't think is fleshed out at all, really. Yeah, it's not really fleshed out like at all. We have Ribaz City, which is it's gridded right now. I have things prepared for building. I just don't have any of it set up yet. But I have layers and the levels in which I need to develop. So we'll get to that one at some point, which is really going to be a fun one. We have Bumblebee's Kingdom. It's kind of generically built, but it's not really built at the same time. And then the last one, which is Creakley's Lair, not built at all, unfortunately, but I really want to get some content onto that one. So we'll get to that at some point in time. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of content that we got going on here. I really appreciate everybody who, there's not a town, there's a town, why isn't there a town park in the city? Because I never really actually added it. I still have to add it. I want to add it at some point in time into the level, but I need to like work with it a little bit more. For example, I have, if we go back to Ribaz City, oh yeah, I was making a chicken coop. That's gone now because we don't need that. So some of these green areas are supposed to represent like the grass of the level, like almost like raised crop plots or whatever. So yeah, I can always change all these. What is it? The black of each of this area is a representation of a potential for anything to get put into it, like buildings, I don't know, parks, construction zones, just anything. We can put whatever we need to put into it to kind of fill it in and really bring the level to life. So as we continue to develop Harper and Lyre, we'll continue to keep our suggestions box open. So feel free to hop into the suggestions box in the Discord. We have it open right now. Go check it out. Yeah, that's basically it. Today is not really supposed to be too long of an episode, but thank you everybody for tuning in to today's episode on the Twitch log for 1.018. It's like a dev log, but it's also like a Twitch log, you know. It's like a TWAV log, Twin loggy. I don't know, something weird. I'll come up with a weird name and then I'll use it. Flood it with sewage. I like disasters, so that's a great idea. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to actually do that now. We'll have to. What we'll probably end up doing is we'll put the town park here, and then we'll put a town park maybe over here as well. and then we'll have the big guys building right here, just pumping sewage like out of this into the area down there. So all this was a park initially, and then yes. So the rats will be all at the top of the rats will be all at the top of the hill here, and then what we'll do is we will have some sort of other creature. We don't know yet exactly what we're going to put at the bottom of the hill, but we'll put something there. Like I said, we're open to suggestions. Feel free to message us in the suggestions logs what you want to put inside of there, and we'll work with it. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in to today's episode on the 1018 update. I really do want to push out more updates and kind of update everybody on everything that's going on. I didn't really show the swimming, so I do kind of want to actually go back real quick into the tutorial and see if this works here real quick. I see you in the background, Daniel. So we'll go to Harper real quick, and I'm just gonna make sure that his code is good, which it should be because I did run a couple things here. So we'll go ahead and swim, and then as Harper is in the water, he's got a little bit of movement. So as you can see, Harper's movement system has been completely reworked. The swimming is now more like what it should be. So the player will proceed to swim into the cave system. It'll change a couple things. I've still got to adjust the we'll readjust this whenever we get to that point. It's silly whenever I see bugs. And then we have the page. I'm being overloaded by so much sound right now. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode on Twitch. Dirty, you have anything you want to say before we head out? And he's gone. Well, that sucks. But yeah. Mafia rats. Sweet guy says. But yeah, feel free to tune in whenever we get to the next episode. I will be keeping my eyes open on that suggestion box, so feel free to message us whenever you want to. And I'll catch you later. Rolling out updates.
Huh?